Before I say anything further, let me just state on the record our gratitude. The people of New York are grateful for the 45 years of iconic, legendary, distinguished service that you, Chairman Serrano, have provided to the people of the South Bronx, who are much better off for you having taken this public service journey. And we look forward to continuing to work with you through the balance of the 116th Congress. I am here to request that the First Step Act receive the full funding amount authorized by law. The First Step Act became law on December 21st of last year when it was signed into law by President Trump after passing the House of Representatives and Senate with overwhelming bipartisan support, led in a significant fashion by Congressman Doug Collins. A key component of this important legislation was the authorization of $75 million per year for the Bureau of Prisons to expand and develop opportunities for incarcerated individuals to participate in programming and productive activities shown to reduce the risk of recidivism. This programming will provide returning citizens with the necessary tools for a successful and lasting transition back into their communities. It will also make our federal prisons more effective places of rehabilitation and eventually reduce overcrowding and save taxpayer dollars. Today, there are more than 180,000 inmates in the federal prison system. Almost every single one of them will be released at some point in time. However, high rates of recidivism suggest that we can do much better to prepare currently incarcerated individuals for reentry. Research has shown that programming, like the kind authorized by the First Step Act, will dramatically reduce recidivism and save taxpayer dollars. According to a recent study, inmates who participated in correctional education programs were 43% less likely to recidivate than inmates who did not. Congress passed the First Step Act to give individuals in the Bureau of Prisons custody a better chance to return to a productive and law-abiding life. Funding for the law's implementation is critical to achieve this goal. We have seen many examples of educational, vocational, and faith-based programming making a real difference in the lives of incarcerated individuals. While the BOP currently offers literacy classes, English as a second language, parenting classes, wellness education, and adult continuing education, demand greatly exceeds supply. One study found that 70% of incarcerated individuals who wanted to take an education program in order to expand their knowledge or skills and to increase their chances of getting a job upon release expressed an interest, but only 21% were actually studying for a formal degree or certificate because of the lack of capacity. Further, BOP has reported long waiting lines for work and educational programs. It's critical that we provide everyone who wants to participate an opportunity to do so. While the expanded programming and associated earned time credits will lead to significant long-term cost savings for taxpayers and improved public safety, the First Step Act must be fully funded at $75 million per year over a 5-year period to make these benefits possible. This is an opportunity to make a transformational investment in the lives of incarcerated and formerly incarcerated individuals, giving them a chance to be bigger than the mistakes that put them behind bars, and to continue the progress that we have made in a bipartisan way on criminal justice reform. Once again, I thank the distinguished chairman and ranking member for your time and consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Jeffries. We usually, at these meetings, don't ask many, if any, questions, but we want to first congratulate you on a bipartisan bill passing, which is unique every so often. And secondly, important question, is there someone in the Senate asking for this amount also?
It's my understanding that Chairman Grassley, who was the lead sponsor in the Senate, along with several other members on the Democratic side of the aisle, are fully supportive of the $75 million and will work to carry the load on the Senate side as well, since that was a critical and important part of the legislation.